In this tutorial, I'm going to demonstrate how to create a mashup using mashup.com. It's going to be a very basic mashup. I'm going to kind of rush through it a little bit. So to begin, I'm just going to go ahead and set the tempo for the player, and I'm going to find the sample that I want, which is going to be this Tom Petty, Mary Jane's Last Dance. And the first thing I'm going to do is just kind of get a good level for the audio that I want. And once I have that, I'm going to just copy and paste this sample along, since this is going to be kind of consistent throughout this particular mashup. And you'll notice that all the this volume, and if you had an effect or if you shifted it, when you copy and paste it, that will go along with it, which is why I like to audio balance it first. So next I got a guitar. Now I need a beat, so I'm just gonna go ahead and search for beat, and you'll see Jay-Z, Empire State of Mind. I'm gonna go ahead, drag this, and then if you notice on the bottom of this player there's a darker blue track. You can kind of click throughout this, and this will determine where the start beat is. I want it to start right before Empire State of Mind, so I'm going to click there and click play to listen. Okay, this needs to be turned up a little bit, so let me try that again. Yeah, that's good. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing and just kind of propagate it throughout this mashup, like so. And then the next thing I'm gonna want is some lyrics to this mashup. So I'm just gonna take off this beat search and search for an acapella. I'm just gonna do a Jay-Z acapella. Do the Dirt Off Your Shoulder. So now I'm gonna go back to about here, and I already know that this Dirt Off Your Shoulder comes in about a half beat early of the downbeat, which is denoted here by this black line. That's the beginning of every measure, and what's known as just a downbeat. So since it comes in a half beat, I'm going to drop it a beat before it, and then shift it a half beat. And now once I have that, I'm going to go ahead and test it out. So I'll hit this play button here. Up the volume a little bit, and actually that sounds pretty good. So now I'm just gonna start from the beginning by hitting the stop button. I think I'm good with that, and then I'm gonna hit play and listen to it pretty much the whole way through. And I'm not gonna say it just for the tutorial, just to get the idea. Got the beat coming in. With it, pretty good. So you get the idea. I mean, it goes on for another 30 seconds or so. You can look at the mashup on my profile page if that is something that interests you. But that's pretty much it. So now let's go ahead and just quickly save the mashup. You want to give it a title. I don't know. I'll call it J Petty. Title it. We'll call it I don't know, if you can't really think of a tag. I mean, it's got a little bit of hip hop, and it's got a kind of a rock, I guess. But I'm just gonna. There's also, I guess that's good enough. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and save it. Now this takes a couple minutes because it's really stitching all these samples on the server together and making one full MP3, or actually an OTG file. And it kind of waits to make sure this process completes before you can continue on. This can take anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute, so I'm just going to go ahead and stop the tutorial. You can just trust me when it says that it works, and hopefully you learned how to create a mashup using Mashup Mix and saw how easy it is, the process is.